So what's going to happen here is in the next 10 years, and it's going to happen definitely within the next 10 years, the minute autonomous electric vehicles get legal, and it's coming, and they're not going to stop it, your cost of transportation is going to drop by 10x. Instead of 70 cents a mile, it's going to go down to 6 cents a mile. People are going to be willing to live wherever. They're not going to be bound by traffic. They're not going to be bound by where they work. They're already not because of COVID. That is going to completely eradicate, change how we see the world and how society sees real estate, and that's going to create a lot of chaos. That's also going to create a lot of real estate opportunities for those that are paying attention.
Alright guys, Mitch Cleary here, joined by an awesome guest, Jean-Guy Francoeur today, who is the Chief Growth Officer for REIN Canada. He's also Manager, CEO of Visture Property Group, which is a property management company in Peterborough surrounding area. Fortunate to have him here.
I'll tell you what you want to know in the 10 years, I'll drop something on you.
Let's hear it.
So what's going to happen here is in the next 10 years, and it's going to happen definitely within the next 10 years, is just like COVID changed our entire world of how we worked, where we worked, how we perceive the world, there's many more of those changes coming. And I'll give you one, for example, that's coming very, very quickly, and it's a new service called Transport as a Service. The minute autonomous electric vehicles get legal, and it's coming, and they're not going to stop it, your cost of transportation is going to drop by 10x. Instead of 70 cents a mile, it's going to go down to 6 cents a mile. People are going to be willing to live wherever. They're not going to be bound by traffic. They're not going to be bound by where they work. They're already not because of COVID. That is going to completely eradicate, change how we see the world and how society sees real estate. And that's going to create a lot of chaos. That's also going to create a lot of real estate opportunities for those that are paying attention.
Interesting. Okay, so I've never heard that pinpointed as a disruptor yet in the real estate field. How specifically? Because I've not seen it.
Well, here's why. Here's why. Our entire real estate system was actually created the day that the automobile was created. Subdivisions were created 15 years after the automobile. Mortgage bonds came to be. Shopping centers came to be. None of that existed before the automobile. Our real estate system is automobile dependent. Everything changes when you go to robo-taxis and transport as a service, because there's right now the utilization rate of a vehicle is 6%. 94% of the time it's in your driveway or in your garage.
Oh, so you're saying that people just won't have to own a vehicle anymore, essentially? Because I was wondering, what's the connection? How does it affect the home? Just that they don't own a vehicle because they can pick up some robo-taxi on demand.
100%.
So it eliminates the need for potentially the garages. A lot of people obviously still have workshops. I know I definitely would, no matter what. You know what I mean? But
it eliminates the need for a vehicle. It eliminates the need for a garage.
So parking the driveways,
parking lots. 30% of cities are parking lots. What happens when you change parking lots into buildings? A lot of stuff. Number one, we're going to drop. You know how many experts are predicting 90% of vehicles will be able to go away. We won't need 90% of the vehicles we have today.
Just because there'll be one around the corner waiting for a call that'll show up.
So all the road system we have now has to be completely rethought. That's going to change everything about real estate. It's going to create so much chaos.
Interesting.
But that's where the opportunities live.
You know what's so funny? It's the nature of infrastructure investments and technologies. Is I always remember hearing a good family friend who was like a prolific reader saying when he was growing up is that this little anecdote. I don't want to mix up the years or whatever, but he said like the telegraph was a way of transporting information. They and then they spent so much money, government money, and it was this whole thing. It was a race to have the most connected network system, and then the day that you get all these things set up, then all of a sudden the telephone. And prior to the telegram, it was everything had to be carried by horse. They'd have horse stations. You'd have a watering and a food station X amount of kilometers. And the day that they build all the horse stalls and it's just the way they thought, and this is perfect. It's all-time efficiencies. Then the telegram comes out, and then it's all redundant. And then so this is the nature of our infrastructure. That's interesting. You're saying a lot of our infrastructure might be redundant.
That creates ripple effects, and those ripple effects create major waves. waves, and those waves create disruptions, they create chaos, and we have to rethink how we do things, and that's where the future of this real estate business is going. And if you're thinking down that road, great, you're going to be ahead of the curve. If you're not thinking down that road, and if you're not thinking ahead of that, then you're actually thinking like we were 10 years ago, and you're just behind the wave, and that's where investors get hurt.
Crazy. Wow. That hurt my head a little bit, and it's Friday. That's I appreciate the insights, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Peter, anything you think that we're missing? No.
That was money. Oh my.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well,
yeah,
Jean-Guy, yeah, we got to roll for dinner.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you on.
Cheers.
And yeah.
Buddy, it's a
Great to
pleasure.
meet you.
Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
man.
Okay, hopefully that was helpful for everybody and you got some good nuggets out of that. Jean-Guy Visture Property Group in town, locally in Peterborough. They are a property management company. They're actively taking on clients. So for any active investors, that's a good, we'll try and connect his contact info down below. I can get that to you guys. And yeah, thanks for another great shoot to Peter and the Matt McKeever team, and looking forward to seeing you guys next time.